A lot. It's killing us. It's killing us. Like we're not making the same amount of money because those people that were not doing anything, now they're putting their private cars and they're just driving around like cab drivers. So that's where, if I don't drive this, right, I drive Uber, I'll probably be paying more percentage and stuff like that. So that way, only the third party is benefiting.
Right now, because I feel Uber wanted to introduce it as a high-scale taxi service and a better alternative to taxis, they got people with better cars. So for example, I got picked up in BMWs, I got picked up in electric cars, I got picked up in like upscale SUVs and stuff like that, which is much better alternative for me than taking a generic taxi cab.
I'm pretty sure it will go down at some point. And they don't want to pay like, 10% more what they pay in cabs. They might be getting nice cars, but only people that are using Uber, mostly people going to the airports and like corporation people. Normal people still going to be using taxis. It's much cheaper.
Toronto's taxi cab industry is over $1 billion. There's 65,000 trips a day. So we know that this is a big part of our transportation network. We have 5,000 licensed taxi cabs, and we know that we just hired a consultant to look at the types of service that we have in our taxi cabs. So we know that in Toronto, on an average day, throughout the seasons, day and night, you can get a taxi cab in about 10 minutes. And that compared to other cities is very good. So we know that our service is pretty good.
If the court shut it down, that's a loss of choice for consumers in Toronto, which is, I feel the consumer should have the right to choose between a taxi service or Uber. And Uber provides a much better alternatives than I personally believe that Uber is a better alternative than a taxi cab.
To be open to change things. Yeah. City Hall, why wouldn't they think? Why wouldn't they think, how do we regulate Uber? Why do they keep thinking, how do we stop Uber? Why don't they come and say, well, okay, how do we work together?